Hi, I'm Eljen Davis, President and CEO of Feed the World Ghana. And for the last several decades, we've witnessed up close and afar the world hunger across the globe. And yes, we've tried to address this by throwing food at the problem, donating funds, and conducting food drives, yet the problem still exists. Here at Feed the World Ghana, our mission is to eradicate hunger and poverty with our meal and appeal technology, shown here, and restore our world's economy's natural habitat of health and wellness. We believe our strengths are in our size and storage and ability to mass produce. While being a new entrant in this space, we understand that we're going to have competition with the vitamin world and meal supplement industry. However, over time, we believe that building alliances across these threats will only empower us to do more across the globe. Hunger is widespread and increasing at a rapid pace. So we must build alliances and move quickly to get things under control. Over the next couple of minutes, you'll hear more directly from our team of directors and strategists on how we will tackle such an important issue and move things forward. With that, I'm going to hand this off to Arlon Henderson to cover our market analysis. Thank you.
Thank you, Eljen, and thank you for viewing this video. So I'm going to be discussing the market analysis, and with that market analysis, I'm going to discuss STP. STP, S being segmentation, T being targeting, and P being positioning. With segmentation, it's how we're going to have it broken down is by those able to pay and those unable to pay. Determining assistance that someone may need, similar to the type of scaled pricing. And for those not familiar with scaled pricing, it's like if you have a residence and you can't pay for that residence, it's subsidized. Subsidies that are going to be coming from government, some of our partnerships out here in the industry, and by those alliances that we have. With segmentation, it's also, we've identified the need is the meal and appeal, and this is going to help in hunger in Ghana and eventually spread throughout the globe. The main focus of this is to target communities that are underserved at this time. As Eljen stated in our mission, this is our target. And we want to provide this unique form of nutrition and substance to men, women, and children alike. And this doesn't touch, it touches various age groups and demographics. With targeting, we're targeting Cape Coast as ground zero. That's where we're coming in strong at. The population of Cape Coast is over 143,000 people. In the entirety of Ghana, there's 30.42 million people. So that's what we want to eventually reach out to. And on the continent, you're talking about 1.2 billion. So ending this hunger and eradication of hunger is the overall goal and target. Positioning is, we want to position ourselves as a world leader. There's 7.9 billion people in the world. We want to be a brand ambassador and have enduring longevity with this pill. Our company is creating these competitive partnerships, and with that being said, leading through helping. We want to lead through helping other people, and this is going to affect the entire world. Touching on the macro environment, these are external forces that can or cannot affect our company. And so economic conditions, the impoverished country of Ghana is, so that in itself is a hurdle that we have to cross over. Minuscule wages for a large portion of the population. Some people living on dollars per day, and some not having income whatsoever. So these are all some of the restrictions and external forces that we're up against. The way that Ghana is structured, it's 138 districts with 10 capitals. And like it's been said repeatedly, and as Eljen stated earlier, there's a starving population and people that we're trying to reach, that we're trying to help and solve these issues on a global scale. And also, one final thing with the macro environment is uncertain political landscape that is in Ghana. Moving into market size and growth, it's wide open with Ghana. There's basically, you have three types of exports in Ghana, and with those exports, none of them are medically advanced, none of them are food or substance of that nature. So we see a wide open market that we can tap into on this continent. We're seeking to move worldwide with an aggressive growth expected. We're expecting Ghana in itself to grow on a scale of 4.8% with GDP. And with current economic conditions, their GDP is actually down 0.2%. But expectation is that it's going to grow and turn. So you're talking about a 4.6% turnaround in where they're currently sitting. As I stated earlier, okay, so with market trends, as I stated earlier, they have exports with cocoa, with gold, and with oil. Nowhere on that graph do you see medical, pharmacology, or anything pertaining to food. So I think that market, and as we've have laid out to you, the market is wide open. They are expecting a decline in inflation, and it's just a niche market for meal and appeal. Going into the target segments, once again, and it may be repetitive because this is just so wide open, but we're targeting rural Ghana, urban Ghana, high income, low income, and there's incentives to go all along the way with these different partnerships that we have and that we're trying to strengthen. Within those target markets, you have young, you have teenage, you have elderly, older and younger. So this touches across all different types of people there. And so moving forward into need analysis, this right here, I just gonna put it plain and simply put, everyone with blinders on can see and understand the need for this product. I'd venture to say anyone denying the need has self-motivations for their selves, or they have a lack of care, a lack of concern, or it may even be personal prejudices. This need can be seen through reports, through television, through media, and through everyday just seeing the pain and the hurt that are on in some of these populations. And so finally, I want to just tap on competitive analysis. With this, I'm gonna twist the words of MC Hammer. Stop, it's hammer time. No, I say stop, it's competition time. Our competition out there is direct competitors, and we have indirect and direct competitors. With those competitors, we have food service companies that they're going to be trying to tap into us. We have MREs, which are meals ready to eat, and companies that prepackage foods. We got pharmaceutical companies that are going to be trying to find out what did we actually put in these pills, and trying to grasp some of our business there, as well as governmental agencies. And so with all that being said, I look forward to continued growth and success with this company. I'm going to now turn it over to our Senior Vice President of Strategy, Lakeythia Beck. Thank you for your time.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lakeythia Beck, and I'm the Senior Vice President of Marketing here at the Ghana region of Feed the World. We understand that there's always opposition when a new product is introduced to the market. It is my responsibility to find our biggest opposition and form a strategy that will not only bring meal and appeal to the forefront, but a strategy that will also address the anticipated challenges. In this presentation, we will identify the 3 biggest threats to meal and appeal. We will also discuss why they are a threat and our plan to push past these obstacles and make our product stand out. Pharmaceutical companies are cold and generic, but they have the resources to develop and distribute products expeditiously. Feed the World has to be able to let the people of Cape Coast know that we're not just another organization that's come in to exploit them. We're not here with cameras and spotlights to brag about what we're doing. We have to prove to the community of Cape Coast that we sincerely care about their well-being, and we want to be the solution to the hunger epidemic that's going on in the community. We want to hear their concerns, and we want to be a reliable source for them. Now, we know that we're not the only company or organization that has the desire to build a genuine relationship with the people of Ghana and the people of Cape Coast specifically. That's why it's important for us to network with like-minded organizations such as Food for All Africa. This particular nonprofit organization will be a great partner for us because it was founded by Chef Elijah Addo. Now, if you don't know who this young man is, Chef Addo is a well-renowned chef who has received honors from the most prestigious figures in the world, including Queen Elizabeth. Having a chef of this caliber on our team is a wonderful way for us to create more recipes for meal and appeal. Additionally, Food for All Africa has a very ambitious goal that we can be part of. Their mission is to have zero hunger in Ghana by the year 2030. Completing this goal would take millions of pounds of food that would be donated by hundreds of thousands of individuals and organizations. If Food for All Africa would partner with us, feeding Cape Coast and all of Ghana would take a fraction of the amount of food needed to accomplish this goal. Also, having Chef Otto team up with our culinary staff would make meal and appeal taste so much better than other food options, such as ready-to-eat meals known as MREs. The original purpose for the MRE was to provide a self-contained individual field ration of lightweight packaging for the United States military. However, the purpose of these ready-made meals have extended way beyond that, from recreational activities such as camping to providing food for those in a disaster area. One company that could be a key competitor is MRE International. While this South African-based company has a number of meals that respect the Islamic tradition of eating halal, Meal and Appeal will also have a number of recipes that respect dietary restrictions, such as vegan and vegetarian options, in addition to halal dietary restrictions. Now, this is important because the second largest religion in Ghana is Islam, and we want to be very respectful to our market. We never want anyone to compromise their beliefs out of hunger. Feed the World is dedicated to addressing the hunger epidemic of Cape Coast, and we intend to extend our efforts throughout the country of Ghana. But we cannot do this without the financial assistance of the government and the donations of individuals who share our passion. And with that being said, I'll turn the financial segment of this presentation over to Ms. Dawn Shine.
Yeah, thank you, Lakeythia. I am Dawn Shine, Chief Financial Officer of Feed the World Ghana. And as part of our financial analysis, our proposed budget for the project is 10.75 million US dollars. This comprises 5 different components. Our first component is research and development. Because we highly value innovation and product improvements, we also understand the importance of keeping in step with technological advances. So we have allocated 46% of the budget towards research and development. The second component, which is our clinical trials, we want to ensure that our products meet regulatory standards and that the materials used have minimal side effects on the majority of the population. And then there's our mass production. So here in Cape Coast, the frequent brownouts and water rationing are not conducive to our production goals. So we will contract with Ethiopia and South Africa for mass production of Millinapil. And that's going to drive up our costs as we factor in each country's taxes, tariffs, regulatory fees, and any logistics. Then we have the packaging and distribution. We have a distributor here who uses recycled coconut husks to package our product, making it cost-effective and also eco-friendly. And then finally, our advertising costs. They're going to be fairly low due to the cultural dynamics of the different districts here in Cape Coast. The main source of advertisement is through building relationships with the paramount chiefs and the assemblymen responsible for each district. So there is no need for a real aggressive ad campaign. Our best advertising will be through these relationships that we build with these communities. On our next slide, we see that when we factor in our costs, the grant income, and selling price of each pill at about 50 cents a pill, once we account for all of those items, we must sell approximately 42 million pills in order to break even. Finally, on our last slide for financial analysis, we see that over the next 3 years, we forecast a moderate growth in our sales of about 15%. And now we will hear from our marketing director, Dominique Edwards, who will share a little bit about our contingency planning and implementation strategies.
Yes, my name is Dominique Edwards, and I am the Director of Marketing here at Feed the World Ghana. Today, we're going to talk about the implementation and contingency planning for our meal and appeal, specifically for the Cape Coast Ghana area. A few points that I'll cover today is how to reach our target market, expectations of the actual product, measuring the results, and then how it all aligns with our company's goals. Jumping right in, so how do we reach our target market? Going into that, we put our marketing strategy to work. We're identifying a target market in which we tend to look at the women ages 21 to 40 who are mothers. A little background on the actual area of Cape Coast. It is a underdeveloped country. That being said, it is broken down into that of rural villages and then urban towns, in which a lot of times they are relying on farming in order to produce. That way they can eat as well as have money to spend on things such as healthcare and etc. From there, our plan is to actually break down each segment, being that of urban towns, rural villages, and actually utilizing our allies with that. So if they do live in an urban town, much similar to how Don mentioned, we would actually talk to the actual chieftains of that area. We would also utilize the actual traveling medicine men. A lot of times the people in these villages are unable to actually travel to the towns just due to the amount of space in between the two, the distance with that. So with our actual pill, we will actually give to the traveling medicine men. That way it can be implemented within those villages, and the people can have access to what we have. These people are very cultural, and they are not receptive to those of outsiders. From that, we'll look into the urban towns, in which we'll have traveling supplement stations. With those, we'll set up shop to where the people of those towns can come get their supplements, regardless of if they're buying, being that these towns are a little more affluent to money, and or if we're just giving those away to those that cannot afford it. And then utilizing our allies, using that of the government, nonprofit organization, and volunteers, because this is a great cause and people will want to help. The expectations of this, we're looking to actually penetrate those villages, gain the trust of the people of the towns and villages. We're going to increase our product and brand awareness, and then increase the pills distributed week over week to actually have a growth metric to continue moving this product. On to the next slide. So as far as contingency planning goes, we're just going to measure those results. That's taking surveys, people coming in, who's buying versus who we're actually giving the pills to, what cities are more receptive to that, as well as how many pills are people buying on average. Sales metrics, so looking at the amount of money in which we do receive and where is that money coming from, and being able to break down that segment as well. And as always, feedback. Word of mouth is great as far as marketing goes. So do we have a great outlook on the product itself? Are people talking great things? Are there things that we need to address and issues that we need to fix? This all aligns with, the end goal would always be that of increasing the rate of growth with the actual product versus that of the actual rate of decline. Looking at the actual surveys and sales metrics, week over week, we are looking to grow that. If we see a trend in the market to where we are actually meeting those goals, then addressing the issues such as what do we need to do to continue this growth, things we need to actually implement going further, and then if we need to actually up distribution to those cities and towns in which that are receptive to that, versus that of the rate of decline. Just looking at the feedback, figuring out why, what's going wrong, or if we're stagnant, not actually picking up the amount of energy that we want, where people want the actual product, figuring out ways to reach the people at a better rate. With that, the end goal is always to eradicate that of hunger and poverty. Our plan is to actually use this pill to do so. It's something that we believe in. And with that, I'm actually just going to pass it back over to Eljen, that way we can finish this on up.
Thank you, Dominique. So at the end of this presentation and in closing remarks, I would just say there's no question that the mission and the responsibility is significant. But I would say also our vision, our focus carries the same focus and strength to eradicate this disease across the globe. So I would like to thank our team of strategists, directors, our engineers behind the scenes that are working on mass production of this pill and coming together with a plan that we can move forward to address this across the globe. So with that, I would say thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your attention, and we appreciate it. Thank you.